works for them. What do you think about for like women wise on like where do they fall in with like being? I mean, everybody types it in social media nowadays. I know it's hard to meet people like in real life and be able to like cold approach somebody you know and just ask somebody like, "Hey, how's your day? What's your name?" and stuff like that. Like, you think like do women respond to you personally like yourself like more say entitled? Like, what can you do for me? Like I see you're talking to me, but like, hurry up with what you gotta say. Like, hurry up. Like, where's this going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they trying to like
Time
see?
is money.
Yeah, they're trying to see like what you're about. Like, as if they looking like, well, what kind of car did you pull up in? Like, what's going on?
I mean, well, first of all, that depends if I can even get a reply.
Because
I'm
telling you,
a lot
it's
of times
hard,
when they
man. I'm
respond,
telling you,
they're
that
like,
ladies,
it's just
it's for real.
delivered
It's a
or read.
struggle.
It is.
It is a struggle.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think a lot of the women nowadays are more direct and more forward because they're busy with their own stuff. They don't really have the time to spare on all these games, and sometimes it does suck because a lot of you'll get a bunch of guys just DMing them on some like just hey, let me take you out, let me do all this and all this stuff that they can't actually fulfill promise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so now that's why they're just like they're being very cautious on like who do they actually want to give attention to just because they've seen it. So people want to promise this, I'll take you out, hey, I'll pick you up. But now it's just,
They could fulfill it for that one date just to so they could try to smash, and if it don't work after that, they can't keep it up.
exactly.
Like, what would you rate it 1 to 10 on how hard it is to get a girl to get her attention, pretty much to where you can try to pull your game to try to like obtain her.
Oh man, think about it. We're probably want to say like about a 7 or 8 because it is getting harder now, and it's just I think, but it's also because a lot of women are seeing their value,
Yeah.
and they're seeing like okay, hey, people are throwing themselves left and right at
Yeah,
me,
for sure.
and it's just like, so what makes you stand out?
Yeah.
What actually makes you genuine? And
Let's say out of 10 DMs that you send out trying to talk to a chick, how many do you get replied back to?
out of 10, I'm probably about 5 or 6. So, I mean, I still get a reply, but I mean, again, that's kind of where the whole communication aspect of it comes. Like, if you can at least respond back, cool. Doesn't work out from there, all right, cool. At least we tried. At least we acknowledged it.
You mean like respond back as being like, say, I love your picture, or you look good in that dress or something like that, and they just hit you back and just said thanks, or respond back like you actually can actually pull them and set up a date?
Or is it more of like they see your profile and see your business aspect and it's like, okay, well, try to get something out of that?
No, kind of just more like the, all thanks are okay. It's still something, at least acknowledge it, but at the same time, it also feels like, oh, they're just it's another way to brush you off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like they want to be polite, and
Yeah.
not just leave you on red, but at the same time, they're giving you that.
So you don't even do that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
She said, hell
For
no.
me, honestly, like you guys said, a lot of people spend too much time on their phones, and for me, it's like, what am I gonna get out of messaging someone that I just know their social media and I don't know them? Like half of the time, like what I post, like people don't even know how to feel about it. Like for example, what he was saying earlier, like like I ended up being also in the party life with them. And people, like, I'm sure because I would only post partying, they'll be like, damn, this girl only parties and all that. And I was like, honey, little did he know I was making money. Little did he know that this is, like, how I move. But it's like, why should I explain myself and tell you my moves when in reality, like, I shouldn't tell you how I move because that's how people block your blessings. That's how people literally, like, end up fucking up what you got going on. So it's like, if you're gonna think wrong, go ahead, think wrong. I don't care. Like, I'd rather those people that don't like me eliminate themselves, the fakes eliminate themselves. You don't like my social media, then too bad, because you don't even know the real person and you're missing out.
Okay. So, what would you guys say that nowadays, how can I word this? Like, what is a woman's main commodity nowadays? Do you think it's her beauty? Do you think she's worried about being independent and trying to bring something to a relationship, or just being on her own? Like, what do you think is the main, like, commodity for a woman?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think a lot of these women are starting to get, one is very independent, but at the same time too, they also want to look good, but it's more for themselves at this point too. So before he's gonna just be like, oh, I gotta look good for this date, or I gotta be attractive so I can meet somebody. But now a lot of women are just getting their money, and then just kind of just want to spend their money if they want to spend it on like a BBL or lip fillers or whatever. But sometimes they do it for themselves too. It's just because they want to feel that body confidence. They want to be happy with themselves when they look at themselves in the mirror. It's not so much for the attention of men, but also with that also comes a negative attention from men. It's like, oh, you're faking it. You're just trying to look attractive and all that stuff, and it's a fake body.
So do you think like once they get the good outfits, lips done, ass done, whatever it is, and they take the selfie, like it's for the male attention?
No. Oh, I would say no. They will get the male attention regardless, but most of the time they kind of just do it for themselves as well.
So if it's for yourself, wouldn't you think they would just keep it on their phone instead of posting it for the world?
Well, I mean, same thing guys do with their haircuts too. So you gotta realize like that. Sometimes it's just kind of like that.
I mean, but I think a guy would be honest and be like, "Nah, I'm trying to get chicks. So I'm trying to get show where I got the fresh cut."
but
that's why they post the cars and the money.
I'm gonna
and
be
the
honest. I have exclusive stuff like that, and I don't care. Like I was in a relationship where my ex would be like, "Why are you posting this? Why are you posting that?" Well, why are you liking this? Why are you liking that? If you're supporting the other person, support me too, honey. Shit, be my main supporter. Why are you supporting the other shit? It's just the mentality, like how you go about it, like how he said. Sometimes some guys, they think that girls are doing things just to, get something out of it, to do, like, to impress other people. Like, no, like, I'm trying to, invest in myself. And if I want, it's just how you look at it. Like, honestly, I'm going to invest in my knowledge. I'm going to invest in my person. I'm like, nowadays it's like, if you don't like something about your life, do something about it. Stop complaining. So, like, it's like, remember, we're not freaking ugly. We're just broke.
But sometimes I think they will make those like either body enhancements or just like their looks, and the confidence does also come from like, hey, having all these guys throwing themselves at them in their DMs, all these likes and comments and stuff. That when they see that, they're like, okay, that attention does boost their confidence. So it could be a little bit of that too.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just bouncing off of your questions. I can't read you writing.
Okay. Which gender respects the other gender less? Men respect women less, or women respect men less in this dating market nowadays?
I think it's a 50-50.
You think it's even?
I honestly do think it's a 50-50.
Even though you throw in the whole generality and everything like that, you got like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion just stepping on dudes. Like,
nah, it's 50-50. I'm gonna say why. It's 50-50 because as girls now, it's kind of like, oh, like, how do I say this? Like, what are you gonna do? What you got going on? Like, how is this person and everything like that. And then like the other 50 is kind of like guys like, oh, like this person like this person like that, and everything like that. It's like everyone's kind of bashing each other. Like, it's sad.